Today, we're going to create a dripping, melting text effect in Photoshop, and it's actually pretty easy to pull off. Stick till the end, and if you follow along and practice while watching, you'll be able to make it yourself without any trouble. Let's get started. Before we start, quick shout out to today's sponsor, Blueberry AI. If you work in industrial design, you know how messy research can get. You start looking at competitor products, market trends, and reference materials, and suddenly you have dozens of tabs open, screenshots everywhere, and no clear system for organizing what actually matters. That's where Blueberry AI's AI agent has been genuinely useful. What usually takes days of competitive research becomes a fast AI-generated report that helps you spot design directions, product positioning, and shifts happening across different markets. For industrial designers, that means you can quickly compare how competitors are approaching form, materials, features, and visual language across categories without losing hours jumping between sources. It's also useful for early-stage trend research. If you want to explore where a category is moving, like sustainable materials, modular products, or emerging consumer preferences, Blueberry AI breaks down recurring patterns and highlights what is gaining traction. Think of it like having a research assistant running in the background, constantly collecting market intelligence while you stay focused on design decisions. If your work involves product research, competitive benchmarking, or tracking design trends across markets, Blueberry AI is worth checking out. Links are in the description. Now, let's get back to the video. We'll start like this. First, grab the type tool and add your text. Scale it up and adjust the placement a bit so it sits right. Then increase the size and switch to a bold, heavy font. I used Robson Ultra Bold, but you can tweak it slightly and go with Bueno Ultra Bold if it fits better. Keep the text in uppercase and push the size up to give it that strong, punchy look. Once that's set, fine-tune the spacing and positioning. After that, head over to the Layers panel, right-click on your text layer, and convert it into a smart object. Now go to Filters, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Set the blur somewhere around 3 to 3.5 and hit OK. Next, go back to Filters and open the Filter Gallery. From there, choose Tilt-Shift. Pull the center line into the middle while holding the control points, and focus the blur more toward the bottom. Keep the top area sharper and gradually increase the blur intensity as it goes downward. Slightly move the lower lines upward so the bottom area gets a stronger blur radius. Once it looks right, confirm it. After that, go back to Filters and select Liquify. Set your brush size depending on how wide you want the effect, and adjust the pressure to something around 60 to 70 for smooth control. Now click at the bottom of each letter and drag downward. Do this slowly to create that melted, dripping look. Focus only on the lower parts of the letters and shape them carefully. The cleaner your strokes, the better the result will look. Once you're satisfied, press OK to confirm. Next, go to Adjustments and choose Gradient Map. Turn on Reverse, then click on the gradient bar and create your colors. To create the gradient, first click on the left side to add a point. Select that point and choose a color, for example, red. Then add another point and set it to black. After that, add another point and choose yellow. Then add one more and set it to white. Next, add a blue color and finally place a last point on the right side and choose black. Keep in mind, the last color you place on the right side will have the strongest impact on the overall text fill, so choose it carefully based on the look you want. Once you're happy with the gradient, press OK to confirm. If the Liquify effect doesn't look right, just go back into Liquify from the layer and adjust it again. You can experiment by dragging in different directions to create different melting styles. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching.